Welcome back to another episode of Cabinet Chat. This time I'm used to saying towel talk, but we actually get to talk about cabinets today, which is wonderful. I'm Lynley with Palmer Todd, and this is Lisa. Lisa is our, we sell a cabinet line called Downsview, if anybody is their first time kind of checking in. And Downsview is, we have an ordering process and order entry and all kinds of technical things that we have to deal with here on a daily basis with any orders that we have. Lisa is our liaison between Palmer Todd's design team and our manufacturer, which is Downsview Cabinetry. So I have her here because today I wanted to talk about custom doors. A lot of people, you know, don't realize to the extent, I mean, they do realize that we have custom capabilities, but I don't think that it's very as easily understood how far we can go with those capabilities. So I have a couple of selections here that Lisa and I are going to talk about just to kind of give you an idea of what we can do. And we hope that, you know, you find it as cool as we do, right? Right. The molding and cabinet nerds that we can be.
Super cool.
So we have a new project right now that we're actually working on, and I hope this translates. We're working on a custom mullion door for them. So it kind of just got me thinking about some past projects we've done and why we have done some custom applications. So this door right here was designed by one of our design team, and it was kind of based on the client was looking for something with a little bit of a Moorish feel and wanted to do something different and special for their refrigerator, their Sub-Zero refrigerators in their kitchen. So Christy was the designer that actually worked with this client, and she came up with a preliminary concept via, I think, did she draw it out on paper?
She sketched it out. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She sketched it out.
So did she have a photo like this one first, or do you know if she just sketched that one out?
I think she probably had a photo of a concept from the client,
okay,
and then she sort of came up with her own design based on what she knew the client was going for.
Okay, perfect. So then she drew up a concept, and then she basically gives that concept to you, and then you and or some of our AutoCAD people would translate that into some sort of a drawing, right?
Right, we sort of do some sketches and CAD drawings,
okay,
basically along with concept photos. We send those to Downsview, and it's a back and forth process to really get to something like this. So they're the experts on, you know, wood species and certain moldings. Certain ones can't be bent. We go through a back and forth with them on sort of what we're trying to achieve and what's actually possible, and
right,
and we just try to get the client what they're looking to do.
Okay, perfect. Well, I didn't even think about the ability for the molding to bend, which actually is perfect in this application.
Right. So there's certain ones
that are harder to bend than others.
Right.
Okay,
right.
That's a great point. So then once we get through that back and forth, Downsview does a prototype, which is kind of what all of these are. Everything that you see here is not a finished product, it's just a prototype for approval for the client. Is that correct?
Exactly.
Okay, so for instance, they send this as a prototype because it's not the whole full size and depth, it was just to give an idea and a concept. And it may not even be the finished color.
Right,
on
like
this.
these are unfinished just to get the design
details.
Right, so these ended up being a much darker actual finish.
Okay, perfect. So this client, like I said, we had the Moorish influence. This client over here was looking for something Spanish.
A little more Spanish.
Okay, and so what we did was I do remember this story, is that they had found at auction in Spain a custom door that they were going to actually use on their home, and they wanted to integrate the details of that door into other parts of their home. So we designed this area for, like, again, we did some panels for refrigerators and accent materials in their kitchen, and we did other panels as bar cabinetry doors, things of that nature. So again, Lisa was given a concept photo of this custom, or not custom, but this door that they bought from Spain. And then she came up with the original draft of what to send to Downsview to kind of get...
Right, so we can draw it in the design, and then they end up with shop drawings on how they're actually going to make it.
And then this would be, I know it's going to be hard to read, but they'll send us back shop drawings from the manufacturer with the with the specifics about the sizes of all the trim and the molding.
This reeded door, we had to figure out how far apart these flutes were going to be, based on what kind of proportion we were looking for. You know, so this concept, it was a little larger. So I remember us trying to like get the equal spacing, and you know, so that was a back and forth of getting that.
Because you also have on this one, you had a certain width that you were going to go with.
Right, and you don't want it to end awkwardly.
A weird ending on it. Okay, perfect. So they send us back this as a prototype once you got those details worked out. And once we approve that, of course, we do a final design in the correct finish, in the, you know, with, of course, all the edges being a finished product. So like I said, again, this is a prototype. And then you end up kind of, you know, getting towards a final design. So there's really, this is just a small sampling. We've also done some things, Lisa, with like custom metal trims on slab doors, just to find ways to do accents.
Yeah, sometimes we'll maybe just accent one section of it. You know, you may not do the metal across the whole thing, but if you want to highlight maybe just along the range wall or something, and if you kind of have the hood detail also with some of that metal trim, we've done some drawers with metal trim on either side and things like that.
Okay.
So.
And then for metal finishes, of course, you can see here we've got some stainless steel and some copper. Have you seen other metal products come through? Have we done anything with brass?
We're seeing a lot of brass right now.
Okay.
Brass is tricky though, it's very soft, so we may push back on you a little on what we can do with brass.
How much we can do with brass, okay.
Yes, but there's still a lot we can do to achieve the look you're going for.
So, well, good. Well, that gives us a great perspective on kind of the little bit back and forth that we can do. And so we just kind of wanted to show you a tasting, so to speak. And if you have any custom needs like this, or you're looking for something unique in your next project, we'll invite you to come back and see us here at Palmer Todd, and we'll take care of you.